What is going on, fellas, and welcome back to the Director of Football Non-League to Legend, where we continue as Tigres. Today we play, I've already shown you the team, against Morelia in the final for the closing stage. As you can see, pretty good record against them. We've only had 1 draw and 3 wins. The question is this team good enough to beat them? I want to say yes, but we're going to find out. Obviously, we've not played any games since beating Cruz Azul, but I'm interested to see how we get on with this one. Avalos starts in goal, as always. When he's fit, he plays. Dayron and Alonso as our wing-backs, with Alamo and Carlos in centre-back, with Juarez and Eleuterio Beltran in central midfield, with along with Granados, Bravo and Rodriguez just in front of them, with the top scorer for Mexico leading the line. You may notice, I don't know if I said it in the last video, but they've moved when the players go to the World Cup. So we have all our players until the day after the second leg. As it stands, that could change. If it does, I am screwed. We have picked up a couple of injuries, a couple of suspensions. Aras still not fit. Hernandez and Servan nobody cares about. Actually, yeah, everyone Riviera's sort of fit. But this is the team we're going to be playing. Juan Jamie sitting on the bench as per usual. I don't think that kid is going to get much of an opportunity while Medina is still here, unless he suddenly becomes the best Mexican striker in the world. This is how we're going to continue. Medina has been inconsistent, but so very good. I expect to keep our run going. Nobody gives a flying shit dick. But we are just going to tell everyone that we have faith in them. It's made some people happy, most people motivated. Let's go and let's see how we get on. Playing in our quite nice blue kit for a change. I need to. That's because Morelia are playing in their yellow, even though we have a different yellow, you know. But still, Bravo nipples it down, passes all the way back to Dayron. Juarez. Dayron whips it in. Nobody's there, but Beltran picks it up. Oh! How did that not go in? When I saw Beltran pick the ball up at the edge of the area, I was like, we're scoring. This is going to be a goal. I am going to demand more. We've had 2 shots and none on target. I know we hit the post or the crossbar, but still. Bravo. Oh! This kid is exceptional. He wasn't even playing for Chivas or Guadalajara. He wasn't even playing for Guadalajara. But look at this. Oh, look. Everything is getting so good. He was stupid expensive, but oh, what a good player he's been. I'm probably going to have to transfer list a lot of our... Oh, Bravo. Tries again. I'm probably going to have to transfer list a lot of players this summer to try and get this club out of financial ruin. Unless... Oh, Rodriguez. Bravo. Puts it wide again. Unless the takeover that we were talking about in the last episode, unless that comes true and it clears our debt, we're going to have to start selling. And hopefully the director of football doesn't go insane and buy stupidly expensive players on stupid wages. Bravo again. the keeper's getting lucky. But yeah, I'm hoping the director of football doesn't go insane. I hope he sells players, but I hope he doesn't bring too many. Like, we're playing on a small squad as it is, but I'm just going to have to transfer list the players on high wages. They're going to have to go. We can't afford to keep players on 30-40 grand a week. We have the wage budget to do it. We just don't have the finance to maintain it. We're pushing forward to get Bravo from distance. He's on one today. He really wants a second goal. Alamo, Juarez, Granados, Rodriguez on a strong left foot. Out for another corner. I want to tell the lads to get creative. We have 14 shots and only 5 on target. That was quite the mix-up. Having said how fantastic Medina is and he's the best striker in Mexico and all this, he's playing horrendously. I don't think we've seen him in the highlights. He is completely anonymous. I'm far from pleased, lads. That was horrendous. Apart from Bravo's goal, he's had an awful lot of shots from distance, and it's really hurt his average rating. It's down now to a 7. Like, we do need to push on here because we only have one away goal. Juarez dives in, but got lucky in Bravo. Skimmed the top of the post. Did not look at it. It looked like it went soaring over. Going to demand more. We're really not taking advantage of the fact that we're, the better team. We're very much on top of this game and we're not doing anything with it. I'm going to bring Juan Jamie on. And I'm going to take off Rodriguez for Valenzuela. Move Granados to that side. We'll run with 2 inside forwards. See if that makes any bit of a difference. Other than that, I don't know. I could bring Osario on. Bravo. Oh, he's done it again. That's 2 free kicks he's only gone and scored now. The whip on that. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to give the lads a bit of praise. You're doing well. No harm in saying, you're not doing terribly. We bring Osario on. Yeah. And we leave the rest of the lads run around for the last of the game. One midfielder off for another midfielder. Oh, it's strange managing in Mexico now after being in Liverpool not too long ago, where we were winning the Champions League with elite midfielders and world-class defenders. Now we have midfielders. Osario, Bravo, on a hat-trick. Osario, Dayron, whips it in, doesn't get to anybody, and then 3 players run into each other. Granados picks it up. Bravo, back to Granados. Oh, that was tasty. I love when the ball hits the crossbar before it goes in. It's just spectacular. Also very nice. Again, bit of praise. Finished the game out. Well done, lads. 3-0 away from home. All we have to do now is play the home leg and not lose by 3 or 4, I suppose. Yeah, because if we lose by 4, then we lose overall. That wouldn't be ideal. But I'm going to tell the lads that, yeah, it was good. Nice victory, well done. Bravo. Dominating performance. Medina, again, terrible performance. I probably should play a different striker. Not gonna. Or as PewDiePie would say, but am I gonna? So yeah, they moved it so that instead of it being the day before, I think it was the day before this game, all the international players were supposed to be, or all the players for the World Cup were supposed to be leaving. They're now leaving on the 2nd of June instead, which is better for us because it means we're not going to lose pretty much half our squad, which I don't know would we have been able to field even remotely of any decent team if that was to have happened. But we will be back for the second leg, the decider, the one that makes the biggest managing to score on his debut. Okay. Yeah, we'll be back in just a second for the second leg. Alright fellas, we are now back for the second leg, the decider for the league. If we play poorly at home and end up losing 4-0, then we lose the league. But one interesting thing about Mexico that I didn't mention in the last episode was when it comes to deciding player of the season, even if your players are in for player of the season, for whatever, young player of the year or whatever, you can still vote for your player, which I thought was interesting. And I was like, oh, maybe that's just a random thing that happens where, because a lot of the time we had 2 players in, so we had no other choice really. Like when you're voting for 3 players, we would have to pick at least, the 2 of our players. But when it comes to manager of the season, I can vote for myself. Obviously I did, because why wouldn't I? But everywhere else, you're not allowed to vote for yourself or your own players, because obviously you're going to pick your own players. Although, to be fair, in an FM before, I did not vote for my own players, even if I'd been given the chance. I don't think any of my players deserved it at the time, because we didn't win the league, and whatever. On to more pressing matters. Nothing has changed except Cantu is coming for El Arturo Beltran, and he's moved to deep line playmaker, and Juarez moves across. Other than that, we go again. Interesting piece of news when it comes to the World Cup squad that Mexico have picked. The Mexico manager, I'm not sure he's paying attention to what's going on. Medina, not called up. Ricardo Servan, a third of his goals, unambitious, nowhere near as good. Less caps. He's been called up to the Mexican team. He is going to be playing in the World Cup, along with Carlos, Avalos and Alonso. I feel like there was... oh no. And Dayron is going with Colombia. But hopefully, Ricardo has a good World Cup, because I want him gone. He's a very expensive player who has not really done an awful lot for us. But you've seen the team. I'm putting out a full strength squad. I did toy with the idea of playing a couple of players that were not our best players, but we have to just go with the best that we have. We have to, because if we lose this game, I will kick myself. Yeah, we can't allow complacency, and I'm just going to give all of them a little bit of, as Loki Doki would say, Jesus juice. Is it? No. Is it Jesus juice? I know he says a bit of green. Sometimes he says Jesus juice. I don't know. I'm going to make everyone as happy as they possibly can. They're playing with 2 DMs. They are here to just defend. We are here to attack, as we always do. Bravo. On the edge of the box. That's a hat-trick of free kicks over the 2 legs. This kid is exceptional. And he's only 17. If he can keep progressing and stay relatively injury-free, he could be a very, very, very good attacking midfielder. Even world-class, maybe. When the World Cup squads were announced, there was a few, that brings up like ex-players for the club that you're managing. Where are they now, like, whatever. I was looking at it. Some of Tigres' business in the past leads me to believe that the fact that we're not financially stable is not down to the fact that I'm here. They signed a player about 8 years ago who was Granados. He's hit the post crossbar. He hit the corner. We'll say he hit both. They signed a player for 25 million, I think, and then sold him 4 years later for half the price to Tottenham, I think. So whoever was in charge at the time, bit of a lunatic, because he wasn't even playing that regularly for Tigres. Medina, he's only gone and scored. That's why I kept him on. He's done a roly-poly. Whoever was in charge, whoever decided to sell a very expensive player for a loss, it was a terrible idea. They have turned decent profits on some players. Bravo. Again, he's just put it straight down the middle. This has come out of nowhere. Like the kid was good at free kicks. He scored a few of them, but he has just become the best free kick taker in our squad, without doubt. He's only 14. His free kicks are only 14. What? And they've not even progressed much in the last month. 14.2 now. But I can only see last month. Interesting. Yeah, it's 6-0, They need to score 6 in the second half to make this game even remotely interesting and to win. So we've wrapped it up. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to tell the lads that they're playing well. Normally I shout at them. Normally I tell them that I'm going to lock them all in a cage if they don't win the game. But today, we're like 3-0 up, 6-0 on aggregate. Time to celebrate? Probably. Should I have worn my suit? Probably. Did I just think of it now? Yes. Bravo. Almost banged in a hat-trick there. We just wait for the next free kick. And then when he scores, we take him off. And we'll probably go 2 up top. Maybe. Well done, Figueroa. You need to score 5 more. To be fair, they could. Going to praise them. We've just conceded, but, bit of praise. Well done, lads. You conceded. We're only 6-1 up now. Bit overhit by Rodriguez. But Carlos picks it up. Just short passing, lads. Short passing. Figueroa. Cantu just hacks him down. Gets away with it. Dare on to Granados, who does a little 360. Puts it into the path to Medina. And Medina scored again. He is a very streaky player. He was horrendous in parts during the season, but he has just come up with the goods when needs be. And 35 goals for the season. For the guy I wasn't 100% sure would be our starting striker this year. Can't say he wasn't worth the punt. Nobody will ever be even remotely close to a Villa at River Plate. He was my golden boy. At the end of the series, I am intending on doing a favourite 11, like my best favourite 11, the players I enjoyed managing the most. I have a couple of players already put in. If you've been watching this series from the beginning, you probably know a good few of them, because it's hard not to. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know one for definite, because I talk about him. I'm not going to say it all the time, but I talk about him a bit. I mention him a couple of times. I think I've mentioned him a couple of times in the last couple of episodes as well. So a lot of times I say couple. I likened our centre-back Carlos to him in an episode, I think it was 114. Avalos, that's just, what do you do? He's taking the shine off this game now. Do you know what, Avalos, you're coming off. For a standing ovation. What could be his last game for the club. Because I don't see why we're not going to get a bunch of offers for him again. Well, not a bunch of offers. We got no offers from him before, but Bayern Leverkusen were interested in him, and that came to nothing. But you never know, might happen this time. And Medina, hat-trick? That was, yeah, perfect. A perfect hat-trick. Ooh. Bravo centred the ball. The two lads trying to decide who's going to score the goal for their hat-trick. Bravo is just like, we just win a free kick at some point nearer the box. I'm just going to play for set pieces. Try and get Bravo his free kick hat-trick in this game. Osario. This is the final, lads. The final. It's 9-2. 6-2 in this game alone. It was 3-0 away from home. Bravo is the shining light this season. Bravo and Medina have been exceptional. Oh my god. Bravo, 2 goals, 2 assists. I never changed Valenzuela to inside forward. I was wondering why he was doing absolutely nothing. But to be fair, there's not much he could really do. Alonso wins the header. Cantu to Bravo. Valenzuela gets dispossessed. Serrano just leaves our man behind. Amazing little run. Had to be offside. That was so far offside. Yep, offside. Yep, you could have parked a bus in that gap. That was massive. Never in doubt. Never in doubt. Tajal, Cantu, Deiran, Valenzuela. Oh, he's dispossessed again. Supposedly he's a hot prospect. Alamo, Osario, Cantu. Whips the ball forward. Nobody is there. Tries to pick it up again, but doesn't. Full time. 6-2 in this game. 9-2 on aggregate. We've won the closing stage. We're the overall champions because we won the overall points thing as well. 33 shots to their 8. I think it's fair to say that we were the better team. Nice victory. Well done, lads. Medina gets man of the match for his hat-trick. Sort of reaction I was after in the second half. Bravo. I am pleased. I'm more than pleased, but alright. Mourinho steps down. Oh, it's been a great day for everyone. Plays declared one of the best ever. Has ensured he will pass into history as one of the greatest football managers, simply in terms of the amount of competitions he has won after the addition of the First Division closing stage. Pundits are already declaring that Plays is a manager of such talent that any team in the world would be incredibly proud to have him as their boss. Remember that, Tigres. Remember, if we were to get the new boss owner people, just remember, I'm the best in the world. Nobody's ever won this before. Nobody has ever done this. Woo, that is quite the pay rise. Not going to ask him to get rid of him though. Carlos needs a rest. Can have 2 weeks, buddy. Classy Medina. And he gets the summer off because for some reason Ricardo Servan is more important to Mexico. I don't understand. I really don't. I don't get it, but okay. We are going to have a look at the overall table. Well, not the overall table, but like the average points. We won it by 0.08 of a point, which, you know, huge gap. Huge gap. Tecos were relegated. Club America 19th place. What a fall from grace. What a fall from grace. But yeah, we go again next season, because we have to. What I'm going to do for the next episode, because I don't want to make this too long of an episode, it's already going to be like 28 minutes. We're going to do the awards at the start of the next episode. We're going to have a look at the transfer window, see how we got on, and then we're just going to play the first game of the league, I suppose, unless there's an important game before that we have to play. Because I know we played a bunch of games at the start of last year. Yeah, we played the Champions Trophy. Probably come back for that, and then maybe do the first 2 games of the season after that. We'll figure it out. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like. I think this definitely deserves a like, because, you know, we just absolutely smashed the Mexican division. We are the best Mexican team in Mexico. If that doesn't deserve a like, then I don't know what does. But thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share with all of your friends. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!